Sometimes, the greatest adventure isn't saving the world, it's reminding it how to play. Nearly 31 years after Pixar forever changed animation, Toy Story 5, directed by Andrew Stanton and co-directed by Kenna Harris, reunites Woody, Buzz, Jessie, and the toys for their most contemporary challenge yet, proving that imagination still matters in a world competing for our attention, one screen at a time. Welcome to Film Brief. I'm your host, Nicholas Buggs, and today we're diving into Toy Story 5, a story about friendship, identity, and the battle to preserve human connection in a digital age. There are movies you watch, and then there are movies you experience together. For more than 3 decades, Toy Story has been one of those rare family traditions. Parents who watched the original with their children now sit beside grandchildren, discovering Woody and Buzz for the very first time. That's an extraordinary legacy. This new chapter understands exactly what makes the franchise endure. Bonnie is growing older, not dramatically, not overnight, just enough for something new to begin competing for her imagination. A tablet named LilyPad promises constant entertainment, endless interaction, and instant gratification. Suddenly, the toys aren't just fighting another toy. They're competing with an entirely different way of growing up. Meanwhile, Woody returns after the emotional ending of Toy Story 4, reuniting with Buzz and the gang just as an army of Buzz Lightyear action figures creates a crisis all its own. The result is an adventure filled with humor, suspense, heartfelt reunions, and enough Pixar emotion to remind audiences why these characters have remained part of our lives for over 30 years. But beneath every laugh is a surprisingly thoughtful question. What happens when children stop imagining because technology does the imagining for them? Andrew Stanton has been part of Pixar's DNA since the very beginning. He helped shape the original Toy Story, then went on to direct classics like Finding Nemo and Wall-E, films that balance artistic expression with deeply human emotion. Joining him is Kenna Harris, making her featured directorial debut after earning recognition for Pixar's short, Ciao, Alberto. Together, they don't reject technology, they simply ask us to examine our relationship with it. In interviews surrounding the film, Stanton explained that the story grew from an observation many families recognize immediately. Children are spending less time creating imaginary worlds and more time consuming digital ones. Rather than treating technology as a villain, the filmmakers ask what may be lost when screens begin replacing imaginative play. That perspective gives Toy Story 5 its emotional foundation. This isn't nostalgia for nostalgia's sake. It's curiosity, it's concern, and ultimately, it's hope. Because Pixar has always believed that the best stories don't tell us the answers, they help us ask better questions. Visually, Pixar continues doing what Pixar does best. The animation is breathtaking, but never distracting. Every frame serves the emotion. Playtime itself becomes art, with imaginative sequences embracing painterly colors and storybook textures that celebrate the limitless worlds children create together. Critics have highlighted these visual shifts as one of the film's most distinctive artistic choices. Then, there are the new toys. LilyPad isn't simply another antagonist. It's an idea, a symbol, a reminder that even the things competing for our attention aren't inherently evil. They simply reflect what we choose to value. The additional Buzz Lightyear figures create some of the film's most memorable moments while exploring something surprisingly profound: identity. If every Buzz believes he's the real hero, what actually makes someone special? The answer isn't programming, it isn't popularity, it's choice. It's sacrifice, it's love, it's connection. Those are all qualities no factory can mass produce. Every Toy Story film has really been about growing up, not just for Andy, not just for Bonnie, for the toys themselves. This time, Jessie steps into the emotional center of the story. As the story unfolds, she slowly discovers that leadership isn't simply about wearing a badge. It's about discovering who she can become when others need her most. Around her, every major character wrestles with self-identity. Woody still wants to be the hero. Buzz wrestles with expressing his feelings. Bonnie begins navigating the complicated space between childhood and adolescence. Each storyline intertwines like threads in a single tapestry. It's an ode to Joseph Campbell's hero's journey. Every hero faces fear. Every hero meets obstacles. Every hero is transformed. But Toy Story 5 quietly reminds us of something Campbell also understood. No hero finishes the journey alone. It takes mentors, friends, family, community. Every great victory is shared, and perhaps that's the film's greatest achievement. It tells multiple coming-of-age stories simultaneously without losing sight of the simple emotional truth that has always defined this franchise. Love is a collaborative effort. Watching Toy Story 5 in a theater feels appropriate. Not simply because the visuals deserve the biggest screen possible, not because Randy Newman's music fills every corner of the room, but because the experience itself mirrors the message. Families laughing together, parents introducing children to characters they once loved, generations sharing the same story. That's something no algorithm can replicate. The film reminded me that cultivating relationships happens in the real world. The virtual world can feel immediate, it can feel exciting, sometimes it can even feel meaningful. But connection is different from proximity. Presence is different from participation. Imagination remains one of humanity's greatest gifts because it doesn't separate us. It invites us into the same story. Fear, pain, loneliness, those are battles we often face individually. But healing rarely works that way. Healing happens through people, through community, through showing up for one another. That's what Toy Story has always understood. And in 2026, that message feels more relevant than ever. Critically, viewers have praised the film's emotional sincerity, its renewed focus on Jessie, and its timely exploration of childhood in a screen-driven culture, even as some note it doesn't quite eclipse the emotional heights of earlier iterations. Across the board, however, the film's heart and commitment to imagination have been widely recognized. If you've ever loved these characters, go see this one in a theater. Bring your children, bring your parents, bring someone who helped shape your imagination. Then afterward, talk about it. Ask what play meant to you. Ask what imagination still means today. Because perhaps the greatest lesson of Toy Story 5 isn't that toys come alive when we're not looking. It's that we come alive when we remember how to play. If you enjoyed this film brief, I'd appreciate it if you would show us some love here at the Make It Podcast by following us on your favorite podcast app, YouTube, and any of our social accounts. Just look for the Make It Podcast, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with your friends. This episode was brought to you by themakeitpodcast.com. Come check out all of the wonderful things we have there for you. Every purchase made through the site helps us continue to advocate for the creative community. Everything we do is for viewers and listeners like you. To our Make It friends, family, fans, and followers out there, be better, be creative, be engaged. And thank you for listening.